Okay, so this is my second video on the Arturia Microfreak. Okay, so I'm just going to get down to some more tips and tricks. Hopefully you guys will like them and hopefully maybe learn something new. Okay, so the first one was how to splice and dice properly. So we'll start a new sequence and we'll put it on wavetable. I'll pull down a couple of octaves to get something we like. Something like that, and we'll make it a bit wider. So now we'll make a little sequence. So let's splice and dice it. First thing you want to do is set the spice where you want it. So for now I want it to be quite jumpy, so the further up it goes up the spice thing, it tends to spread the notes out a little bit more, leave bigger gaps. Especially when you get to 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll roll the dice again and we'll keep doing it till we get something we like. There you go. That's something alright. So now what we're going to do is we're going to copy that sequence over to the next one by holding A and pressing B. And it says on there sequence copied. So on this second one, we're going to stop it for now. We're going to scroll through it and we're going to see how we can make a variation on the first. So what I like to do is go to 16 first, so go back one, and then you can scroll through and you can hear the first note, so you can go. So we'll go back to 16 and we'll try and change it a bit. There we go, now we have a variation on the first one, so we can go. This is the second one, and that's the first one. Alright, so that's a good way to get 2 sequences out of 1, essentially, I suppose. Okay, so next thing I wanted to show you was just how nice this is. If you was to get a chord and put it on wavetable, something like that. Nice and thick. Give it a bit of width, a bit of chorus. Yeah, so one thing I like to do is get the timbre, put it to LFO, very small amount, and then get this LFO and turn the rate off, so it's not synced, sorry. Turn it all the way down. It's so nice hearing it morph on the chords. Really inspiring if you're looking for atmosphere in a track. Okay, so the next one was making a sinking garage sound, so something like that. So first thing you want to do is start with a square, don't want it too wide yet. There we go, that's perfect. Put it down a couple of octaves and we want it to go. So we put an LFO to it, standard stuff. We want our LFO to re-trigger every time we hit it from the same point. Love the fact that this has got that. And then from there, what we want to do is we want to get in a sine, and we want to bring it to where the cutoff meets the LFO and let go of it. And we want to wait for it to stop flashing. Now if we moved it and held a sine 1, it will tell us that the LFO is assigned to the cutoff, and that's going to be the assign. So now we want to put this to a cycling envelope. And then we also, after we've done that, we want to go back to the LFO, and we want to make sure that it's quite low. Then we want to flick this cycling envelope over to envelope mode. We want to go back to the LFO. And we want to go back to the cycling envelope that's set to assign. We'll get it in a second. Just make sure it is assigned. Sometimes I have this problem. I haven't assigned it. There we go. So you can see how the LFO rises. It starts from nothing and it rises. Okay, so we've got that. Now we're going to get the pitch, and we're going to modulate it by the cycling envelope, but we're going to do it the opposite way. And there we go, we've got our syncing garage sound. Very old school sound this. As you move this, you can make it longer and shorter.